Thank you. Okay, so here are the candidates for the best undergraduate paper. We've got Arlen's, a computer-aided, I won't read it out, you can read by yourself. But Arlen's, large-scale student data reveal and picturing oneself. And the winner of our undergraduate best undergraduate paper is large scale student data reveals socio-demographic gaps in procrastination behavior, led by Sunil Sabnis. Okay, I'll pass it over to Javier.
Okay, another award that was planned for this conference, of course, we all deal with data, is who's sharing their data with the others. We need to be in a community that is open to share information. So these are the candidates for best data set. Yeah, we have 4 candidates, all of them offering their data for other members of the community to use. So take notes if you want for the next paper. You can use those data sets. To present this award is somebody representative for Oracle Research. We have a video recording.
Hi, Learning and Scale community. My name is Dr. Brian Barker, and I'm a research advocate on the Oracle research team. Here at Oracle, we are passionate about research and discovery. It's in our DNA, which is why we at Oracle Research are committed to providing easy-to-use cloud, database, and storage for those on a path to discovery. Oracle Research is a unique program built to support the work of scientific researchers. At our core, we believe technology shouldn't hinder research, and we're here to help you navigate the increasingly complex landscape surrounding the back end of computational research. With the Oracle Research program, we provide scientists, researchers, and university innovators with open, nurturing communities, access to high-value, robust Oracle Cloud technologies, and startup and industry collaborations to find solutions to complex problems. A key pillar of Oracle for Research is the partnerships that we forge across the educational and research spaces. And one of our most valued partnerships is with Learning at Scale. We've enjoyed our partnership with Learning at Scale for many years. Oracle for Research was one of 3 founding supporters of the inaugural meeting in 2014, and this year marks our 9th year as a sponsor of the event. I believe the success of this partnership is due to the fact that Oracle for Research's mission aligns well with the cornerstone of Learning at Scale, which is an emphasis on interdisciplinary research and progressive confluence towards more effective and diverse solutions to today's issues. It's my privilege to be jointly announcing the award for Best Dataset. This award is given to a research group that shares an especially valuable dataset to promote open science practices in our community. Oracle is traditionally known as a database company, and while we have grown to be much more, we at Oracle for Research continue to understand the value and importance of impactful datasets. With this in mind, we recently launched Oracle Open Data. Oracle Open Data is a free repository of scientifically relevant datasets from trusted sources for researchers, educators, data scientists, analysts, and really anyone interested in data. This repository includes public domain data for life sciences, geospatial, and AI/ML for end users to find, consume, and use for the discoveries that matter. Datasets on Oracle Open Data are curated with metadata. They align with fair data principles, and accessing Oracle Open Data is easy and fast, with no need for login or payment required. Oracle Open Data truly represents our commitment to increase transparency, reproducibility, and data accessibility in the research space. Now, for the moment that you've been waiting for. I'm pleased to announce that the winner of this year's award for Best Dataset goes to Ethan Pryor and colleagues for their work titled Automatic Interpretable Personalized Learning. Congratulations, Ethan and team, on this impactful effort to advance personalized learning at scale.
Congratulations. Okay, finally, this is the list of 5 candidates for best paper. I think was one of the hardest tasks for Katia and me was to decide who will be the winner, which one will be the winner. Uh, all of them, the discussion, all of them could be the winner. Yeah, all of them, quality-wise, they were highly rated by the reviewers. All reviewers were kind of happy with the papers. They all address interesting topics. They all have a very unique methodology. So this is the second list, sorry. I cannot include 6 of them in the same. So these 6 papers represent kind of the spirit of this conference, trying to advance the state of the art in how we can scale learning. So to present this award, we have also the representative from Oracle. Ryan, please.
Here's an award for best paper. This award is given to the research paper that makes an outstanding contribution to the learning at scale scientific community. This year, I'm pleased to announce that the award for best paper goes to Na Li and colleagues for their work titled Picturing Oneself, Camera Use in Zoom Classes During the COVID-19 Pandemic. This impactful and timely research paper examined hesitancies for using cameras on Zoom during remote learning in the COVID-19 pandemic. Congratulations, Anat and team, on your outstanding work and your scientific contribution to the learning at scale community. Thank you.
So now, before we move, we want to thank our supporters for this year. First, our platinum supporter, Eric from Smith Futures, for being very generous in supporting this community, not just now, but previous years. Oracle Research, also mainstay for this conference, a gold supporter. Silver supporter, the Center for Teaching Innovation here at Cornell University, also for bronze supporters, ETS, Google, and Cornell Center for Social Sciences. And finally, our media partner that helped us disseminate the event, Class Central. Now we have the main chair of the conference to present what will happen next year.
All right. First of all, thank you everyone for making this event so special. I imagined what it would be like being here, coming to this venue, and I saw in my inner head, I saw this happening, and it was actually not as good in my head as it was in real life, which I think we shouldn't be surprised by. So I'm really happy with how things turned out, and thank you for being part of the event. Thank you for making it out, and I hope you had a great time. Now, I have the pleasure of telling you where we can get together again next year. And it won't be here. It'll be somewhere else. And it could be anywhere around there. So I thought we'd narrow it down a little. Somewhere here. So we're going back to Europe. We're going specifically to Scandinavia for the first time. So where in Scandinavia could it be? Going to Denmark. Learning at Scale 2023, I'm happy to announce, will be in Copenhagen, Denmark, in Maersk Tower. We can't let down our architectural game after Cornell Tech. So we're going to an award-winning building in Copenhagen. And I'm happy to also announce that our general chair, i.e. the new me next year, will be Daniel Spickel, whose facial hair game is a lot better than mine. And helping him as our first local chair will be Olga Wiberg in Sweden from KTH. And so I look forward to seeing many of you in Copenhagen for next year. Now, One last thing that I have to say, of course, is I want to thank our two tireless program chairs who've worked so hard to bring this whole program together. So thank you, Katie. Thank you, Javier, for all the work that you've done. And I also want to thank Jan right over there, who helped me in so many times trying to figure this out. And at the venue, you might all know her by now. Who's the person we have to thank here? Kathy Mendel. Thank you, Kathy. And that's it. Thank you all. Have safe travels home and see you next year.